a common problem with the monitor market right now that I'm seeing is that game monitors are usually a lot more expensive than their standard counterparts. It's almost as if gamers are charged some kind of hefty premium just to get those fast pixel response times or refresh rates. Now granted, AMD FreeSync monitors are so much cheaper than G-Sync models due to the tax that manufacturers are charged when creating G-Sync panels, but there's now brand new monitors being released like the AOC G1 Gaming Series that are offering complete gaming packages for a much cheaper price. So the monitor I have just behind me right now is the AOC CQ32G1, which is a 31.5 inch gaming monitor that comes with all the trimmings that you can expect for some decent gaming performance, and it's something that I've just experienced over the last couple of weeks and I couldn't be happier with the results. The monitor itself uses VA technology, which is a great medium between TN, which offers super fast response times, and IPS, which usually gives you a healthy looking colour reproduction. And with the G1 series I have behind me, we're treated to a 1 millisecond MPRT response time, as well as a nice 16.7 million 24-bit colour. It also includes the now popular AMD FreeSync 2, which will also work with GTX 10 series graphics cards, thanks to their newer driver update. The panel sits at 32 inches, and although heavy, it can be mounted on a wall bracket thanks to the VESA mount on the back. It does come with a stand as well if you wanted to put it straight onto your desk. Now the stand is made from plastic, but it still does a pretty decent job of keeping the actual panel sturdy. One problem though is that the monitor starts roughly around 4 inches from the desk, which for me is a little too high for my setup, but there's no way of raising or lowering the monitor on its stand like you can with something like the LG 34 GK950. The actual monitor can be tilted forward and backwards, but it can't be twisted. It also follows in the same footsteps in terms of design as older AOC gaming monitors like the AOC G2590 by retaining that very kind of sleek looking red streak at the bottom. There's also very subtle red finishes too, like at the base of the arm where it meets the stand. Now the bezels on the left, right and top all measure well under an inch, making this a real contender for multi-screen setups. The whole panel is also curved as well, branded 1800R, making it easier kind of for your peripheral vision to track unwanted enemies sneaking into the corner of your screen in FPS games. Now on the back you will find a single DisplayPort 1.2 and two HDMI 1.4 ports. I used the DisplayPort 1.2 when testing this monitor, but there's also VGA as well for those older machines if that's more your thing, and a headphone jack if you typically use your HDMI as an audio pass-through. As a gaming monitor, the CQ32G1 does tick all the right boxes and that the gamers are looking for when they're selecting some kind of panel. Now competitive gamers generally prefer TN panels because they can give super fast response times, although the colour is really bad on these when compared to IPS. Now take note that the 1 millisecond response time advertised is moving picture response time. Grey to grey response times are being quoted at around 4 milliseconds. However, I never really noticed any kind of banding issues during my testing, thanks to the game settings that can be found on the monitor, but I'll talk about that more in a bit. Now being a VA panel, you can get a decent response time and nice colour reproduction as well as larger viewing angles. There's also the inclusion of FreeSync 2 and 144Hz refresh rate, which will only heighten the smoothness of the image in front of you when playing games like Overwatch, which are generally fast paced. So there are also several gaming profile modes that the monitor can be set to, which fall under first person shooters, racing titles and RTS strategy games. There are also some custom profiles that offer full customization options as well. Now personally, I found myself for most games and even some desktop work on Photoshop and Premiere Pro to use a custom profile called Gamer 1. Inside this I had the low input lag setting turned on, as well as the low blue mode switched off. The overdrive feature I had set to medium, which is designed to reduce motion blur. If I set to strong, then it introduced artifacts that weren't there before, and turning it off altogether just made the monitor produce some very blurry images. While gaming, I actually had quite a pleasant time. I play a mixture of games ranging from the MOBA Heroes of the Storm, Metro Exodus, Apex Legends, StarCraft 2 I dabble with as well, and all of them looked absolutely fantastic, especially something like Metro thanks to its wide colour gamut and 3000:1 contrast ratio. And you know, when diving underground in that game with the corners of the room being lit by candlelight only, it just looked absolutely stunning. Motion, although it's not the best, did still perform quite well for the games that I play, and the overdrive setting really helped with that. FreeSync 2 for those lower refresh rates kicked in quite nicely, providing smoother images again. The FreeSync 2 range, just to let you know, sits comfortably at between 48Hz and 144Hz, and just take note that if you did want to take advantage of the FreeSync 2, then you need to use DisplayPort 1.2. By no means is the AOC CQ32G1 monitor the best for ultra smooth gaming, but for the price and for the specification that it can offer you, it's a very good option. As I said before, it ticks all the right boxes for those wanting some decent gaming features, all the while giving you wonderful color reproduction as well. The 1800R viewing angle is subtle enough not to intrude, but it doesn't give the immersion I think AOC were really hoping for. Nevertheless, the AOC CQ32G1 gaming monitor costs just over £300 on Amazon right now, which is a bit of a bargain if I do say so myself. So thank you very much for checking out our video review of the AOC CQ32G1 gaming monitor. If you enjoyed this video, then do click that like button. Please do subscribe to keep up with all of our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments below if this monitor is something that you would have on your desk. That's what we want to know. And for the price as well. What do you think of the features for the price that the monitor is actually costing at the moment? As I said, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.